How's it going, everybody? This video will be twofold and also something I haven't done in the past. Some of you might be asking, how does this guy know what's coming in the next patch? Some things might be obvious as it has been teased before, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm also not claiming that these will be the only changes that are coming. So how do I know this? Well, do you guys remember the bug reporter? That's the first thing I want to remind everyone of. There is an official Ubisoft website where you can submit bugs that you found, and you will, sometimes at least, get an answer on the status of the bug. I will put a few links down in the video description so you can follow along with this video if you want. But before we get to that, I want to talk about today's sponsor. Once more, we have Blood of Heroes from Baiser Games. Some of you might already be familiar with it when I talked about the closed beta. And now the game goes into its open beta phase on August 26th, meaning yesterday. A fierce PvP melee action multiplayer game in a medieval and distinctly Nordic setting. So you bash each other's heads in with Viking stuff around you. At the moment you can choose between 6 distinct heroes and fight each other in either 1v1s or in team modes. Each one of these heroes have different abilities when it comes to close quarter combat, their war sigils or counter spells. You all know this, you light spam, you bush or you parry if you're really skilled. The team modes are either 3v3 team deathmatch or the bigger domination mode with 5 players on each team, resulted in an epic tug of war conflict. If you feel like joining the action, there will be a link down in the video description. The beta is available for EU, NA and the CIS region. But back to the topic at hand. Like I said, you can submit bugs here. If you do so, please take it seriously, use proper grammar, preferably write it out beforehand. Make it clear how to reproduce it and put all details in every step that is needed to get it successfully. Other visitors can then see your submitted bugs and upvote it similar to Reddit to signal to Ubisoft that they've experienced it as well. And then eventually your bug report will move to either scheduled or fixed. And this now allows us to check the scheduled bug fixes, which tells us what bugs will be fixed in the upcoming patch. In our case, that is patch version 2.30.0. And we do have some really nice ones this time. I want to highlight 4 of them. So first of all, thank you to everyone who submitted these and took the time to test them. I say this specifically for the first one, as I was frankly too lazy to test it, but here we go. Sticky dodging will be fixed. Yes, you heard right. To be honest, I'll wait until I actually see it fixed, but if it is true, then this is one of the biggest fixes that Ubisoft has ever pulled off. So a quick explanation. A sticky dodge is when you perform a dodge in a direction relative to a previously locked on target and not your currently locked on target. Put a few examples on the screen. One of the more frustrating parts of this bug is that it behaves differently depending on which character you play, meaning some moves cause one to sticky dodge, whereas another character behaves completely as expected. I hope I will remember to record some of these examples so I can show you in the actual patch overview video. Never mind my forgetfulness though, this fix will be massive, and as it's the case of a lot of frustration, this will hopefully lead to less or preferably no situations where you cuss out the game for not behaving like it should be. We'll have to keep a close eye on this one specifically, but if Ubi manages to pull it off, then well, hats off I guess. Next one, feed changes, more specifically to bows. The bug report is a little ambiguous. It basically just says that the animation of the tier 3 bow feeds is different depending on the hero. And the response on the bottom says that it will be fixed. Now we can start speculating. Will everyone have Goki's Glock, or will everyone be standing there for half a minute like a bellend before shooting? The answer is probably somewhere in the middle. There is also no further information whether the speed is the only thing that's being changed. We've repeatedly said that 50 damage projectiles are kinda strong, especially if they come from off screen, meaning the speed of the feed is absolutely irrelevant if you can't see it coming in the first place. This sadly probably also means that a major feed rework is not coming anytime soon, but who knows, maybe a feed testing round is right around the corner. But let's move on to the final 2 changes that are worth mentioning. Both of these are about Warlord's crushing charge. We've highlighted issues with that move for many seasons now. While on the one hand, it can be quite hilarious, but if you're on the receiving end, it's just a little stupid. So I said two things. The first, it is losing its armor. At the moment, a Warlord that has grabbed someone and throws them is uninterruptible. Neither attacks nor bashes do the trick here. A major part here is also the bubble he seems to be pushing around that won't let anyone get close. So we'll have to wait and see if that one is still present. Because if yes, then even if bashes interrupt, it might be quite hard to not have them stop right before they connect. This puts it more in line with how other displacement moves work, Stampede Charge or Impale for example. And then the second change is its ability to be chained. That goes for the wall splat for one. At the moment, if you hold sprint and release at the correct time, you can chain one crashing charge into another. Depending on the initial stamina bar of the target, this can mean they're out of stamina. And then this further means that it can be chained on wake up. According to the bug report, both of these will get fixed. I'm curious what method they chose to make it dodgeable early, because this is just how wake up works. There is a window between you being able to dodge and your iframes kicking in. That's when you get grabbed. As this is how the game's supposed to work, I'm curious whether this actually gets addressed the way I think it will, or if this somehow breaks 31 other things. All in all, this is a substantial nerf to Warlord. A much needed one, but still quite a big one. When a character is propped up in terms of viability solely by unhealthy or buggy mechanics, then obviously something needs to be done. But Warlord is also one of the last few heroes without a dodge attack, and thus a hero that has an extremely hard time punishing bashes. This is not the only use for dodge attacks, as everyone will tell you. But you guys can tell me what you expect to happen. How bad will Warlord be after this nerf, and how much will he need additional changes? Or do you think he'll do just fine? I'm trying to come up with a Lawbringer joke right now and how bad he is according to the community, but then I remember that I don't even have to for people to bring him up anyways. So how far up the priority list does Warlord go with these nerfs? You tell me. But yeah, that's it. There are more smaller and mostly cosmetic changes. You can check them on the bug reporter, link down in the description. And for everyone asking about the option select removal, it's not listed on the bug reporter, but I do expect it to come soon. With that said, I hope the video was interesting. Thanks for watching. Laters everybody.